What's up, creators? Taylor Lewis here from the Film Creator Pro team. Check out the latest video we just dropped in our online filmmaking course. Enjoy. Okay, I'm gonna jump right into this. Here are our top 7 shooting day tips. Tip number 1, have a good attitude. This is the most important tip we can give you. That's because a film set can be a really stressful place. They are super fun, but at the same time, the days are really long. It doesn't matter if you're a director, producer, DP, or whatever. You need to be on your A game. Because if your attitude tanks, then so does the rest of the production. And your shoot is shot, pun intended. So the better attitude you have, the smoother your set will run. But that doesn't mean it won't have problems, because problems arise. Which brings us to tip number 2. Things will go wrong. You just have to be ready for this, and it's different every single time. Sometimes it's the weather, sometimes it's a piece of gear that breaks down unexpectedly, or it's just the overall shoot is taking longer than expected. Crap just happens, and you need to be ready for it. Most of the time it's things out of your control. But what you can do is be prepared for things to go wrong and be ready to pivot. Which is tip number 3, quick to make decisions. The reason this is important is because when you're on a shoot, you don't really have a lot of downtime to just chill. Meaning your shoot day is gonna be packed to the brim with all the shots you need to get your project done. So if a problem comes up and delays your shoot by 30 minutes, then you will lose 30 minutes of shots that you needed. So the faster you can make a decision, the less of an impact it will have on the shoot, making it a lot less stressful. But this is a hard skill to learn because humans naturally wanna take their time to make the right choice. But on sets, you don't always have the luxury of time. Sometimes you're just gonna have to live by tip number 4. Fake it till you make it, which means just be confident with whatever decision you make. If it's the wrong one, then you learn what not to do next time. It's not a big deal. Really what matters is that you make a decision and move on. If it's just a band-aid fix that will last to the end of the shoot, then that's great, as long as it doesn't delay you, or as long as it doesn't cause damage to your gear, obviously. Now, let's shift gears a little bit and talk about the other side of fake it till you make it. There will be a lot of times in your filmmaking career that you're doing a video in a new genre that you've never done before. Like maybe you're a wedding videographer and someone gives you the chance to film a commercial. Or you're a one-man band commercial cinematographer and you get hired to run a set of 30 people. You will probably feel like a fish out of water. Believe me, we have been there. We went from doing work for big local companies with budgets of like $20,000 to a worldwide company, Amazon, with budgets of $500,000 or more. Talk about a jump. And did we know what we were doing? Technically yes, but at the same time we felt extremely underqualified. So what we did is we played to our strengths and we faked the rest. The next tip that helps you fake it till you make it is tip number 5. Trust your team. This helps you no matter what experience level you are. It's a simple one too. Trust your team to do their job. If you've done your due diligence, they will be competent and know what they're doing, so let them do it. Now I'm not saying don't manage the set. I'm just saying don't micromanage it. No one likes a micromanager. All right, let's move on to tip number 6, which is have a plan. One big thing to help your shoots go smoothly is having a plan for each day of the shoot. The more pre-planning you can do before a shoot, the better. We go over a few ways to prep for a shoot in the Visualize Your Shots video, so I will quickly summarize it here. For every day of the shoot, you will want to have a lookbook, shot list, or storyboards of what you want to accomplish that day. You'll also want to have it on hand, whether it's on a piece of paper or on your phone. The reason for this is because you'll want to be able to check off or cross out the shots that you've gotten. So you'll want to have a plan of the shots that are important to get, what ones aren't, or what can be pushed the next day. That's if you have a multiple day shoot. If you don't, then you should just prioritize the most important shots that you need to get that day and the ones that maybe aren't so important that would just be nice to have. Tip number 7, keep moving. What do I mean by keep moving? I mean, don't give up. When a problem does come up, don't just sit in the corner and say, well, I don't know what to do, so I'm done. I'm sorry you're not 5, so you can't do that anymore. Although it would be pretty nice. Actually, here's a cool example of this. So we were on this shoot where we didn't have a huge budget, but the client still wanted a high production value video. We ended up having to wear a lot more hats than we were used to. Like we had to build the set, find the props, do the audio, and light the whole thing. The only things we didn't do was write the actual script and act in it. So we were kind of out of our comfort zone with a lot of that. And on the day of the shoot, as we were dressing the set, we got to a point where we were like, this looks terrible. There was a legit point that we almost had to call it and hire an actual set person to come and decorate it the next day. But instead, we just kept moving and pushing forward. And after about an hour and a half, it finally hit us. Things just started falling in place and the set turned out great. It's actually one of my favorite sets we've ever made. So there you have it, our top 7 shooting day tips. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you want to learn more about filmmaking or pursue a filmmaking career, please check out our online course, Film Creator Pro. In there, we have over 5 hours of content. We'll share with you everything there is to know about filmmaking, like how to direct actors, how to write, sound hacks, lighting hacks, pretty much anything you need to know. In our opinion, it's a pretty rad course and we would love for you to be a part of it. So please check it out at filmcreatorpro.com. And while you're there, sign up for our free 40-minute training where we share our top 10 secrets to a 6-figure income. And don't forget to do that YouTube thing to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, there you go. That was the video. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time on our channel.